Set, go.
Okay, so we did our study on asbestos to see if it was a carcinogen. And the background of asbestos is it is a set of minerals used for electric insulation, hot plate wiring, and building insulation because of its heat resistance and sound absorption. And if inhaled, asbestos can cause lung cancer.
So our procedure was, well, we used lab rats, and so there were 4 groups that were exposed to asbestos in the air. So one was at 0% in the air, 0.25%, 0.5, and then 0.75%. And so there were 100 rats per groups, and then they were exposed for 30 days. And then a year later, we would examine them for tumors, and we would look for the number of rats that are affected for each group, and then like the total.
So our results were only 1% of the rats exposed to no asbestos showed evidence of tumors. 6% of the rats exposed to 0.25% asbestos showed evidence of tumors. 12% of the rats that were exposed to 0.5%, and 25% of the rats that were exposed to 0.75%. So you can definitely see an increase.
Errors. There was small range of exposures, not enough rats, and baseline cancer in this rat species is unknown.
For some next steps for this experiment, leading to the future, we're always striving to do more. One thing that we could do would be to have more rats. We didn't have a whole lot of rats. We only had 400. Well, we ordered 500, but then some died, so we only ended up experimenting on 400. So a larger sample size would definitely make this experiment more reliable. And another thing that we could experiment with would be like a larger range of time that we exposed these rats for. We only exposed them for 30 days, I believe. But if we could expose them for, say, a year and see how our results were affected, or different levels of asbestos, maybe expose them to more asbestos or less asbestos. And then different methods of administration. We injected it into the air that they were breathing, so maybe we could do more of like a realistic scenario and take like insulation and put it with them to see if that is to see how it affects